So we're going to switch things up today. In one of the previous videos, you saw me using our Nova 35 to engrave tumblers. But today we're going to use the Thunderbolt with this RotoBolt rotary to show you how we can engrave tumblers with this. Just like our other rotary, this does have magnets. That way, whenever you put it down on the honeycomb bed, it just kind of wants to stay in place. You can move it, but at least it will kind of stay in place there. So we have this one loaded in here with the motor over on the right hand side, which is a little bit different than we have the other one. This does also have the same type of plug on it as our other rotary, but all you have to do is plug this in over here on the side where it says rotary. So it's pretty easy to do. Plug it in and it will snap in place. The next thing you want to do is just make sure that this cord, which is longer than it really needs to be, just want to make sure this cord is out of the way. It doesn't get caught up in any of the mechanisms here. Now this rotary does have adjustments that you can do. So to raise and lower this, I'll show you whenever we go to level the cup, but there's a thumb screw here that you can loosen. You can raise this piece up or lower it. Now to move this part in and out, there is a thumb screw here that you loosen up, and then you can slide this over. And it has some like stops, so it wants to stop at certain places along this rail. But that's how you adjust this. So we're engraving this 20-ounce red tumbler. So as you can see, we need to adjust this to make it fit. So we're going to slide this out now. To load the tumbler, all you have to do is press this, kind of load it under the wheel, and then it rests on these other little rollers, these wheels here. Slide this out to the place that it needs to be. And we can do some fine-tune adjustment here. Once we have the length of that, I'm going to go ahead and tighten this thumb screw down over here. That way it's locked in. And now we need to check level. I use one of these small little line levels. If you're looking for them at the hardware store, they're called line levels. And you can place it on the tumbler, and as you can see right there, it definitely is not level. So we need to raise this. So we're going to use this thumb screw here. We're going to raise this up now until this is level. And that looks pretty good there. So we're going to tighten this thumb screw down so that way it stays in place. So now with both of our adjustments, the way we do, I double check, make sure the thumb screws are good and tight. And so we have level here, and then we also have our length good. So yeah, it's all set up. The one thing about using this rotary in the Bolt, which is a little bit different from our Nova, I really like how you can do the autofocus with this. It has the thing down here on the bottom that allows it to touch and to do autofocus, so we can do the autofocus directly on this tumbler. So we're just going to drive the laser head over the top, kind of the center of the cup here. And then over here on the controller, we have our autofocus button, so we're going to tap that, tell it OK. And as you can see, it did the autofocus just fine there. So the next thing that we want to do for this, the way that we do it, we're going to set our origin right here on the edge of this little stainless steel rim. So I'm going to just drive the laser to that point where I can see the little red dot right on that rim. And then over here on the controller, I'm just going to press the origin button. And now I have the origin set for that particular spot there on the laser. So here we are in LightBurn, and we already have our artwork loaded in here. This is the logo that we're using. So we have rotated this logo to be positioned correctly for the orientation. We have the tumbler in there. And you'll notice right here there is a green dot. The reason that green dot is right here is because we have our job origin set to that point. The right middle point. Of course, if you change it for other stuff, but for the position that we have it right there because we know that we set our origin there, and we're also on this user origin. So we know that we're going to start our job from that point. We also, for our template, have this little outline. You'll see this tool that kind of represents the engraving space that we have on the tumbler. As far as settings goes for our Thunderbolt here, we are using a speed of 480% power. I will also go ahead and look at this and tell you what we've used here. we have used 0.08 or 317.5 lines per inch. So that is our settings that we have for this. Of course, these settings is what works for our machine, but you just want to make sure and test for your machine because, yeah, it probably will be a little bit different. Now with everything set, we just click on send, and we have the file here. We tell it okay, and that's it. Now with the artwork here on the controller, we do want to make sure it's in the right position, so I'm just going to hit frame. And you'll see whenever we hit frame, it automatically shows us kind of where the engraving is going to be, and that looks good. So we have the lid closed on the bolt, so all we need to do now is hit the start button and watch this engrave. Now if we take a look at the controller, we can see that that engraving took 2 minutes and 19 seconds. That's pretty quick. And we can take a look at this right now, and I can tell you it looks pretty good, but we're going to clean this up a little bit. So I'm just going to use the control panel here to move my head out of the way, just so I don't hit it. And then I'm going to just grab this little thumb thing here, release it, and pull the cup out. That's all there is to removing this. Now you can clean these up with different stuff. Our choice is the Dawn Power Wash. It just works well for us. You just spray a little bit of it on, and then all you have to do is wipe it right off, and it cleans up really nicely. So you can see how easy it was to use the Thunderbolt with the RotoBolt rotary to make a tumbler like this. With that rotary, you can do other things as well. You can do small glasses, wine glasses, you can do pins, you can do a lot of different stuff. We just mostly use it for our tumblers. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. If you want to learn more about the Thunderbolt or any of the Thunder machines, as well as the rotaries that are available, then go ahead and click the link in the description below this video. If you use that link and end up purchasing a Thunder machine, you will actually help out this channel. So thank you very much. Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And until next time, God bless. That's it.